What's good, Bears fans? What's going on? What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of BearsMediaCo. My name is Brent C., your host with the most. And look, after a very disappointing and chaotic way to lose a football game, Matt Eberflus had a press conference to let us know his mindset and the team's execution during that game and where he thinks they can improve. Now, before we get going, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and definitely leave a comment, because I know Bears fans, we got something to talk about, right? So, with that, let's go. Now, Matt Eberflus, after the game Sunday, said that, we needed to execute better. We needed to complete plays. And also, his coaching staff, himself specifically, they needed to, improve. So, Bears fans, I'm going to ask you a question. What has our coaching staff done to help our players be better so far this year? I mean, we're 11 games or so into the season, and even though we've had improvements team-wise, defense has definitely played better, offensive line has played better, play calling, first half usually fairly good, second half usually not pretty good. So let me know down in the comments, where do you think our coaching staff has helped our players be better from game one until now? So, with that being said, Matt Eberflus, head coach of the Chicago Bears, my question to you is, what are you doing? Here we are playing against a division team again, and we lose. How and why? Now, Bears fans, the only answers I can give is that this coaching staff is not up to par with the rest of the league in coaching. Now, Carolina Panthers, they're not very good right now, but it's not like we're far and away that much better than them, because remember, when we played them, we only won 16-13, 3 points. So, I don't understand. How can we be improving as a team when we can beat a team with a worse record than ours by only 3 points? But then we go play a team like the Detroit Lions and completely just go at them for 3 3/4 of a game and end up losing. How do we let the Detroit Lions score, 15 points in 3 minutes or so? I don't know. I mean, granted, look, they got the safety with Darnell Wright kicking the ball out of the end zone. So I guess we can subtract those 2 points and whatnot. But this coaching staff are just like the early risers. They want to get in, get things done, and then get out. But unfortunately, the NFL and football in general is not a game where, hey, if we could just show up that first part of the game, we got it made. That's not how it works, Coach. I hate to tell you that. Now, after the game, Coach Eberflus said that the execution was there in his press conference on Monday. He said the execution was there, but for only 56 to 58 minutes. Now, we all know football is a 60-minute game. So where do you say the execution was there for 58 minutes and you lose a game when you're calling plays for the defense, your offensive coordinator is, dialing up plays just to go conservative in the fourth quarter? And then get 30 seconds left in the game, and now you want to throw long, I just don't understand it. Why? Why would you wait until the final series of a football game and say, now we want to go deep and put our our offense behind the gun, especially even though Darnell Wright, our right tackle, was doing well against, what's his name, Hutchinson. When you know you're going to have to develop a play that's going to take some time to get through for a long pass, why didn't we offer a tight end help for Darnell Wright? Let me know. Maybe I'm looking at things different. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. But on a play where you knew you were trying to go down the field and possibly kick a field goal, why wouldn't you double team or offer extra help against their best defensive player on the line? Why wouldn't you offer help? I don't know, Bears fans. You're going to have to explain it to me. Now, that game, like I said, decent coaching. Well, now I'm not going to say that. I'll say good coaching and good execution by Chicago Bears players. Turnovers, sacks, Hey, we did everything that we're supposed to. Running the football. Something that Coach Eberflus said in both press conferences that we did well. So we're running the football. We're getting, touchdowns, kicking field goals. We're getting points. Turnovers, 3 interceptions. Getting turnovers. Not getting touchdowns, but getting field goals. Still getting points. But with 4 minutes left, up 12, that should be a game sealer, right? Now, Bears fans, I'm not sure what the mindset was, I'll say, for our coaching staff to go conservative. And you can tell they were going conservative because having Khalil Herbert run up the middle against a defense that had 8 players in the box, 7 players in the box, it's just like they were going to stop the run regardless. So our coaching staff, where was the play action play? You knew they were set up to stop the run. Why didn't we do a little play action? At least back them, try and get them off, or try and throw the ball 5-10 yards to not only get a first down, but get the defense to thinking, hey, maybe we shouldn't be playing up too close. Maybe we should back up a little bit. But not to be the case. Now, Coach Eberflus, I've been giving him credit the last few weeks about the defense improving, and one of the guys that got an interception, his first of the year, played a decent game. And during his Monday press conference, he praised Tyreek on that. Now, what he didn't say was Jalen Johnson, hey, we need those 2 could have been picks because we were looking for momentum. We were looking to maintain our lead over the Lions, but it just seemed that, Jalen lost focus, I guess, and it just didn't happen. So, Coach Eberflus spoke on it, talking about, we need to finish plays. And one thing I have to say, we finished plays for, in your words, 56 to 58 minutes of good defensive football. So why can't the defense execute with you, Coach Eberflus, calling the plays with a few minutes left in the game? Why would you go to a prevent defense knowing that Jared Goff has Amon St. Brown, what's his name, Jameson Williams? He still has Monty, David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. And one thing that he did, that Detroit did, that the Chicago Bears didn't do, they got their tight end. They got their tight end going in the fourth quarter, and that's how they really moved the ball those last 3 minutes. So at halftime adjustments, maybe we need better in-game adjustments, which is one of the things that Coach Eberflus talked about. They need to call better plays. They're learning to call better plays. They're trying to figure out what they need to do in situations that maybe they need to try different things. So now he says he's evaluating the entire staff about what they're doing during the game, including himself, trying to hold himself accountable. Now, Bears fans, let's just say that Coach Eberflus has been light on the accountability for himself and the coaching staff so far this year. So I don't know what he could say to the coaching staff to say we need to do better, because he hasn't said it publicly. He hasn't, said that, well, the defense, because of my play calling, they're being put in, advantageous positions. I don't know. He needs to do a better job and stop playing scared. That, I think all Bears fans can admit. Those last few minutes of that football game, the Chicago Bears on offense as well as defense played scared. The play calling on offense, run the football, not try to be aggressive, be conservative as possible, and hope for the best. Then you go on the other side of the ball and the defense. No press. A little bit of pressure, but not enough. Not in those times where you knew they had to pass. Rushing with 4, maybe sending the linebacker or 2 for a blitz. I mean, look at Detroit. Even Detroit was behind, and even when they were up, how many times did they call an all-out blitz in that fourth quarter? That is very telling. They stayed aggressive no matter what. Even when they got up, they were still playing aggressive. That's something, Bears fans, that I think Matt Eberflus may not be able to learn, because through 11 games this year, we have not been overly aggressive in the fourth quarter. So, Coach Eberflus, you got a lot of explaining to do, as we say, and hopefully you sit down with your staff, and by the time we play the Minnesota Vikings on Monday night, you come up with a better game plan than what you had against the Detroit Lions. Now, a couple things that Eberflus said toward the end of his press conference on Monday: the injuries. Nothing to report on Lucas Patrick, other than that they will be submitting the play where he was hit during the Tyler Scott fumble. Submitting it, said they talked to the officials during the game that, hey, illegal block in the back, play was called dead, so there should have been a penalty flag there. So, of course, there wasn't one thrown. Of course, Justin Fields getting hit late, no flags, of course, but, he never brings that up. I guess he just lets your quarterback get killed as much as often. I mean, if we're going to call running plays, Luke gets it, and quarterback gets hit late, or players falling all on the quarterback, but there's no talk about, maybe the officials need to get a grip and start calling that stuff. It just seems that our head coach just kind of lackadaisical in defending his players on the field. So, Bears fans, hey, let me know what you think. Hopefully you got to see a little bit of the press conference that he did, but to me, I'm telling you, this is the second year leading this team. Even though there has been strides on the defense, the conservative play calling at the end of games has gotten us to where we are right now. A losing season, a lost season, and eventually, as David Montgomery said, losing does not make playing football very fun, right? So, with that, Bears fans, I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you have a good week, and I want to say happy Turkey Day to everybody. And make sure you be safe out there. And from me to you, as always, from BearsMediaCo to you, peace.